Hello everyone, and welcome to Bugs, Bugs, Bugs! I'm Miss Rachel from the Antioch Public Library District, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about spiders! Let's begin with our top 10 spider facts. Number 1. Not insects, but close. Spiders belong to a class of animals known as arthropods. Arthropods are different from insects. They move differently, they don't have the same number of limbs, and there are other differences that we won't be talking about today. Spiders are then further classified as arachnids. All arachnids have exactly 8 legs, and they don't have any antenna, kind of like most insects do. In fact, all insects do have antennas. Another kind of arachnid would be the scorpion, which we learned about back in April. Number 2. Over 40,000 species. Last month, we learned that there are over 20,000 different species of bees, which is more than any of the other animals that we've learned about so far in Bugs, Bugs, Bugs. But spiders are even more diverse than the bees. There are over 40,000 different species. Number 3. Very different sizes. Spiders come in lots and lots of different sizes. The largest spider in the world is the Goliath tarantula, which eats birds. The smallest spider in the world is less than 1 millimeter long. I'm going to move this ruler way up close to the camera so you can see just how tiny that is. As you can see, this mark right here with the number 1 next to it marks 1 millimeter. That's from here to here. That tiny little space. The smallest spider in the world is not quite that long. Number 4. Dedicated hunters. Spiders usually trap their prey in their webs, although some species of spiders trap their prey in other ways. Prey, remember, is the things that the animal eats. The spider sits and waits in its web, or on the ground, or in a tree, depending on what species it is, for its prey to come along and get stuck in the web, or for the prey to be unsuspecting so that the spider can feed on it. They'll sit for hours and hours waiting for a meal. Can you imagine waiting that long to eat a snack? Number 5. Can't see very well. Spiders are nearsighted. They can only see things when they're very close up. 6. Most don't live very long. The average lifespan of a spider is only about 1 year, sometimes even less. However, the female tarantula can live to be 20 years old. Number 7. Different web designs. Although we're used to seeing web designs that are somewhat circular, they can also come in different shapes, including cone-shaped webs. Number 8. Lots of eyes and legs. We already know that spiders have 8 legs because they are arachnids, and all arachnids have 8 legs. Spiders also have 8 eyes, every single one of them. You'd think that would make them good at looking at things, but they're not. They have terrible vision, and they have to rely on their other senses to find their prey and to get around. Number 9. Piggyback rides. The mother wolf spider carries her babies on her back everywhere she goes. That's how she takes care of them. They sleep on her back, they eat on her back, she hunts with them on her back. Everywhere she goes, the babies come along for the ride. And number 10, ballooning. This may sound really exciting, But all that means is that some spiders travel on their web strands. They'll spin a little bit of silk, which comes right out of their bellies, and then they'll travel on that silk in the air, just like a balloon floating on a string. It may sound a little bit scary, a spider flying through the sky, but they don't travel very high and they don't go very far when they do balloon. Now, let's move on to our spider craft project. Your spider craft kit should contain 1 piece of yarn, 2 straw pieces, 8 sheets purple paper cut like this so that they make legs, 1 big purple circle for your spider body, 1 small purple circle for your spider head, a pair of eyes for the spider's face, and that will be it. You can add details using markers, or if you joined us in June or April for Bugs, 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 you may have some glow-in-the-dark paint pen left over. You can use that to decorate your spider's face and body as well. That would make it glow in the dark, which would be really cool. You're going to need a glue stick and some tape to put this all together. We'll glue the spider's head onto their body, like so. And then you have some choices to make with your spider legs. Do you want them sticking straight out, or do you want to fold them accordion style so that the legs get this really neat bungee look to them? I'm going to fold mine up because I think that looks really cool and more like a real spider. So we're going to put 4 legs on each side of the spider's body, since the spider has 8 legs all together. 1, 2, this would be number 3. And then I'm putting some glue down so that when I fold number 4, I can just put it straight on. Number 4. Then we're going to fold up this next sheet of paper, accordion style. I'm going to put the legs on right here. 1. I'm going a little bit faster now so that the video won't be 45 minutes of me putting on legs. You can go nice and slow and make sure you get everything just the way you want it to look. 3, and there is my last spider leg. Now they're just about ready to crawl on the walls. I still want to decorate the face, so I'm going to use my spider eyes. Nice spooky looking eyes. And then I'm going to use my glow-in-the-dark paint pen, which hopefully will work, to draw a creepy glow-in-the-dark smile. Oh, there we go. Good. Excellent. We're going to let that dry for just a minute while we work on the part that helps it crawl up the walls. So the first thing you need to do is take your string and thread it through your straws, which is actually easier than I was expecting, so I'm glad to see that. 1, and now we'll do the other side. That in there, thread it through, thread, thread, thread. Very good. Then, to attach this to your spider, you will need the tape, which is why we got it out in the first place. I'm going to attach them right up here near the head because I don't want them to get in the way of the spider legs. Now you want to be careful you don't crush your straw pieces, because if we do that, then the string won't move through them, which is not good at all. And now we're ready to test it as it crawls up the walls. Join me back here in just a minute so you can see how the spider will travel up the wall. Now that you have your spider put together, you're going to want to attach it to the wall so that you can make it move. Be careful not to let go of your spider as you're putting it up on the wall, otherwise it'll come sliding down off your strings. Next, carefully detangle anything that's gotten caught up together and watch how the spider slides way down the strings as we have them together. But once I separate these strings, and hang on because they're getting tangled up with the spider's legs, you may want to glue your legs onto the front of your spider so that this doesn't happen to you. But now, as I slide the strings apart, the spider travels up the wall to the top of the yarn. Maybe you'll want to grab a piece of white paper or a coffee filter and make your spider a web to travel up to, so that when it crawls up the wall, it has somewhere to go. That's all I have for this month's episode of Bugs, Bugs, Bugs. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.